you looking for flowers this Mother's Day? Well, this pop-up shop is not your everyday florist.
Hey, what do you guys get your mom this Mother's Day? You want to check out our flowers?
Does that say $18,000? What's this for?
So as you know, Mom's got crushed this year.
You got it.
Right? So many women, so many moms we know lost their jobs, had to take the third shift. Our bouquets are priced to make up for the lost jobs, the mental stress, the lack of paid leave. This Mother's Day, let's give Mom affordable childcare. Hey, do you really want to
Amen to that.
Right, affordable childcare, paid leave. Reshma Sujani, activist and CEO of Girls Who Code, on a mission to help so many moms out there, and she is here now to explain more. Welcome back to the Pick Some More News, Reshma. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, that looks like some good stuff out there. So tell us more about the point of the flower shop and the message that you really want to drive home this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we know that this is a brutal year for mothers, especially mothers of color. And, you know, it's Mother's Day this weekend, 107 years of celebrating it. Instead of getting dozen roses and a card, let's have a national conversation about the value of motherhood and the fact that we don't value it. And that's why we built this Moms Deserve More flower store, you know, to show what moms sacrificed this year. We lost $800 billion in income across the world. You know, the cost of childcare, $13,000. You know, our mental health stress, $3,500. Like, we have an opportunity, you know, to build motherhood back better. And that's the conversation that we wanted to ignite with this flower store.
I think this is so important, and I love how you're bringing it home with the flowers and the pricing there, because it really makes us think about how much women have really had to sacrifice. So let's talk about the unpaid work bouquet. That is $800 billion, right? Talk to us about why the pricing is where it is.
Look, I mean, I have an op-ed in the New York Times today to have a conversation about this, is that, you know, we don't value moms' unpaid labor. And so many moms across the globe went through the exact same thing. You know, they had to quit their jobs, go on the third shift, move in with their parents, become homeless, because when schools shut down, they were forced to do that work. You know, so many moms are in their homes. 86% of the housework done at home is done by mothers. And so we can't lean into our careers. You know, we can't save our jobs because we're forced to do two jobs, one at home and one in the workplace. And this isn't acknowledged. You know, we don't include our unpaid labor in GDP. You know, the United States is one of the few nations that doesn't allow a maternity allowance.
Right, which is unbelievable. Yeah, and I just want to go through some of the numbers because I think it hits home. So we mentioned the unpaid work bouquet, which is $800 billion. Also, the pay gap bouquet, which is $15,000, just to give you an idea of where we stand as women here. The paid leave bouquet, $9,500. I mean, if only we could get this money back.
Yeah.
Right. And it's, you know, Mom's Equal Pay Day was on Tuesday. And it reminded us again that mothers make mothers lose 25 cents in every dollar that dads make. So when we have a father in the workplace, we're like, great, he's reliable. We can trust him. With a mom, we're like, I don't know if she's committed. You know, paid leave. Most moms, especially low-income moms, go back to work after 2 weeks of having a baby.
Yeah.
Think about that. So there's so many sacrifices that we ask mothers to make, even though the bedrock of society in American culture is motherhood. But we don't value it, we don't respect it, and we don't compensate it.
Yeah, that's a really, really
So
good point.
true.
So if people want to support it, by the way, where do they go? Where do they go to support?
Look, go to MarshallPlanForMoms.com. You know, we have a unique opportunity to pass, you know, President Biden's America Families Plan, you know, to have a conversation, fix the structure of care. We need to do that across the country, and we need to do that here in New York City. But beyond legislation, we have to have a cultural conversation, you know, to change the social norms around who does what at home, you know, and to recognize we'll never have equality if we don't have equality in the home.
So you talk about this Marshall Plan. I just want to get to the details of it because we throw these words out, we throw plans out, we throw possible bills out. What is in that? What's the meat of it so that when we do go and we do try to speak to our representatives, we know what we're talking about? Yeah.
So first, you know, basic income payments for mothers, you know, and in the current legislation, that comes in the form of the child care tax credit. Every parent is going to get $300 a month starting July. We need to make sure that that payment is permanent so moms have cash to do what they need to do, right? Whether it's pay the rent, put food on the table, you know, make sure their children are safe. You know, the second part of the Marshall Plan for Moms is about passing affordable childcare and passing paid leave. We are one of the few nations that doesn't offer these structures of care, and we need to. The third thing is we got to open up schools safely, 5 days a week. Most moms, I know, they're not waiting for a vaccine. They're waiting for schools to open. They depend on schools, for care. And so we got to make sure that schools open up safely. Finally, look, so many moms found themselves in jobs that weren't pandemic proof, like retail, healthcare, education. These jobs aren't coming back. And 70% of low income families are run by a single breadwinner who is a woman and a woman of color often. So we need a federal retraining program to get her back to work, because when she loses her job, the entire family suffers.
Yeah. How there's not paid family leave, by the way, in 2021, or paid leave.
In this
It's just,
country.
That's what I'm saying. It's just unbelievable that this is the conversation still happening, right? By the way, I just want to highlight you as a mom, right? How important is it for you to celebrate on Sunday? What will you be doing?
Well, my husband has a big surprise, planned for me. Mother's Day is my favorite holiday. And I'm going to be spending it with my 6-year-old and my 13-month-old and get pampered. No one's going to ask me for anything. I'm not warming up any bottles. I'm not saving any diapers. I'm not getting any snacks for anybody. I am going to sit and be loved and be respected and be valued.
And
Yes.
you know what, Reshma? Unfortunately, we don't feel that every day, so I hope you feel all the love on Mother's Day, and I hope we do help make change occur, because it is about time. It is 2021.
That's right. Well, listen, I want to take moms from rage to hope. And we have a once in a lifetime opportunity to finish this fight. And you better bet that I'm going to be out there every single day making sure that we build motherhood back better.
There you go.
Absolutely. You are doing important work. Thank you so much for that, as always. It's great to have you on, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Hey, make sure he treats you all what you said about Sunday every single day, okay? Otherwise, tell him to give me a call. All right, Reshma, thank you.